Tumbalalaika, Tumbalalaika, Spielbalalaika, Tumbalalaika, freilich soll sein. Dat Teudelfkel bei der Fragen, wo's kann wachsen und regen, wo's kann brennen und nicht aufhören, wo's kann bänken, weinen und tränen. Tumbala, tumbala, tumbalalaika, tumbala, tumbala, tumbalalaika, tumbalalaika, spielbalalaika, tumbalalaika, vredig soll sein. Narischer Woche, wo's darfst du prägen? Stehen kann wachsen und prägen, Liebe kann brennen und nicht aufhören, Herz kann weinen und tränen. Tumbala, tumbala, tumbalalaika, tumbala, tumbala, tumbalalaika, tumbalalaika, spielbalalaika, tumbalalaika, freilich soll sein.
Does it work for you?
That's fine.
The only thing we got to make sure is that we've done one course, we get back to second right away.
Immediately guys in there. Yep.
Other than that, it's fine.
All right.
Just as if we had rehearsed it.
There we go. Beautiful. Wonderful.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. We're done. Okay, there we go. That's rehearsal is over. That's it. And now go up to the.
This huge crowd. I'm so glad you're all here. We'll start in a little bit. There are still people coming in, but please take some time right now to go in the hall, get some food, get some drinks, so that you'll have food and drinks and be ready when we get started in probably 5 or 10 minutes. So help yourself to the food in the hall. in just 2 more minutes, so I encourage you to find a seat. If there are empty seats at your table, maybe raise your hand. This is a great time to sit with someone you've never met. Get to know some new people, but we are bringing in more chairs. Feel free to get some more food. We're going to start in just a couple minutes.
Yeah, wonderful.
When we get through.
Everyone would please find a seat. We'd like to get started, so come on in. More chairs are being brought in, but let's find a place, please. If everyone would please find a seat, we'd like to get started.
Let me get a chair.
Okay, shall we? Go for it.
Welcome, everybody. We're going to get started. I know there aren't enough chairs, which is a wonderful problem to have. The JCC is bringing some more chairs down as we speak, but we're going to get started. If you have an empty seat at your table, could you just raise your hand? Because it'd be great to come meet somebody you don't know and sit down with somebody you don't know. All right.
Welcome to everyone. This is a wonderful sight for those of us standing here and just looking around. It feels like forever since we've been able to gather together like this to honor our Jewish educators. So thank you. Thanks for everyone who was here, and thank you for all of you who are watching online. My name is Roger Karp. I'm a member of the advisory board of the Coalition for Jewish Learning and a past chair. Today I'm representing our current chair, Sherry Malman, who is out of town.
My name is Tzipi Altman-Schaefer, and I'm the Jewish Education Community Planner, the director of the Coalition for Jewish Learning, a program of Milwaukee Jewish Federation. I'm also the director of the Israel and Overseas program at Milwaukee Jewish Federation. We gather here today to honor all the Jewish educators in Milwaukee, and in particular, our extraordinary honorees for this year. We hope that by recognizing them, we honor all those who work in Jewish schools and educate the next generation of Jewish youth. To get us started, I'd like to ask Joan Lubar, chair of Milwaukee Jewish Federation, to say a few words.
Thank you, Tzipi. So nice to be here. Good afternoon, everyone. It's really great to be here to celebrate and salute Jewish educators. It's a special event that brings our entire Jewish community here for such a positive reason. And I don't remember coming to many events where there's standing room only, so this is fabulous. Milwaukee Jewish Federation supports Jewish education, and we are grateful for all our excellent teachers from all schools. They work hard, and they are responsible for cultivating the new generation of Jewish leaders. Today, we honor some pillars of our community. Dr. Sherry Blumberg, Lifetime Impact Award winner. Dr. Blumberg has worked at so many of our local synagogues and also at several institutions of higher learning. She has impacted thousands of teachers and students in our community. Marilyn Franklin, CJL Levy, the CJL Levy Family Jewish Educator of the Year Award winner. Marilyn, a teacher at Congregation Shalom, has been teaching religious school for 50 years. What an amazing accomplishment. And Tony Davison Levenberg, winner of the Jerry Benjamin Inspiration Award for Informal Education. Through her work as executive director of the Steve and Sherry Sadek Family Camp Interlochen JCC, she inspires campers and counselors on their Jewish journeys. And I'd also like to congratulate Susie Rosengarten, who is receiving the Double Chai Award for her 36 years of outstanding teaching. Milwaukee Jewish Federation's motto is today, tomorrow, always. Our educators of today nourish our children to help them be the leaders of tomorrow. We are always grateful to them. Congratulations to all the winners today on behalf of the Milwaukee Jewish Federation and our board of directors, and thank you to all the educators here today.
Thank you, Joan, for those thoughtful words. It's now my pleasure to invite Natalie Black, youth educator at Congregation Sinai, to share a Devar Torah with us.
This week we read Parshat Vayikra, the beginning of the book of Leviticus. Vayikra focuses on rituals and sacrifices that happened in the time the temple stood in Jerusalem. The book is filled with rituals and sacrifices that haven't happened in 2,000 years. Even so, in traditional Cheder setting, the very first book of Torah studied is Vayikra. Why would one begin one's Torah studies with the least understood and arguably least relevant section? One important reason that brings us all together is a Jewish commonplace that God embedded wisdom in every word of Torah, even the most obscure passages. The connections we make with Torah enable us to connect with our past and look into the future. And so let us focus on the second verse of the book of Vayikra. Speak to the Israelite people and say to them, when any of you presents an offering to cattle of the Lord, he shall choose his offering from the herd or flock, or from the flock. This is the first time in the Torah that a sacrifice is described as a noun with the root kaf, resh, bet. The word korban, meaning sacrifice, comes from the same root as karov, meaning to come close to or to be close to. From this, we understand that when we make sacrifices, we come closer to God. Of course, we no longer make physical sacrifices to God, but the principle remains the same. Even in human relationships, making sacrifices in our lives, we become closer to each other or closer to our community. Rabbi Eliyahu Dressler notes that given to others is the way we grow our love for one another or for God. Anat Barber says that Rabbi Dressler's point may seem counterintuitive. We may think that what makes us love another person is all the things they do for us. But in reality, it is the exact opposite. Our relationships become stronger when we give without the exception of return. This constant giving creates a sense of buy-in or connectedness to that which you have given and engenders an investment on the part of the giver, which in turn initiates more giving. Giving begets loving, which in turn begets giving. Or in other words, mitzvah gereret mitzvah. Anat continues, the act of korbanot is teaching a lesson. Korbanot are about creating closeness with God and closeness with the community. The korban creates a paradigm for how to build, connect, and deepen devotion. It is in fact the opposite of sacrifice, which puts things aside and designates them as separate. Korbanot are about being connected and giving unconditionally. Such unconditional sacrifices are what teachers and educators are called upon to do. Today we honor you for the dedication and care you give to the children in our community, sacrificing time and energy you have to be there for our children, and in turn bringing yourself and the children closer to each other, to God, and to the community. Whether by driving to the synagogue through snowy weather, preparing lessons during your spare time, or being available for a student or parent who is experiencing hardship, these and many more sacrifices have a true and divine purpose. Today's salute to Jewish educators is a welcome, modern ritual created by the Coalition for Jewish Learning to recognize and thank all of you for the care you give to our children and personal sacrifices you make in order to do so. Education, one of the most important values in Judaism, could not be carried out without the devotion of everyone in this room. So while korbanot may not exist the same way they did during the temple period, we can still find so much meaning and gratitude in our studies. Our rituals and the personal sacrifices we make in modern day, the acts that bring us closer to ourselves, to other people in the community, and to God.
Thank you, Natalie Yashikoch. That was beautiful. We want to take a moment to recognize teachers who are just getting started and also see the cumulative years of experience represented in this room. And that's going to be really amazing with this big crowd. Will all first-year teachers please stand and remain standing? You guys stay standing. You stay standing. Will everyone who's been, stay standing, Mitch, stay standing, stay standing. Will everyone who has been teaching from 2 to 5 years please stand and remain standing? Will everyone who has been teaching for 6 to 17 years please stand and remain standing? Will everyone who's been teaching for 18 to 25 years please stand and remain standing? Will everyone who's been teaching for 26 years or more please stand and remain standing? And will all, wait, don't sit down yet, not yet. Will all retired teachers please stand and remain standing? All right, now you can have a seat. Can I ask our high and double high award winners to come up? I understand that Laura can't be here, but I'm going to ask Dvorky to come up and take the award on her behalf. So can our high and double high award winners come on up? Come on, all the way up. So, in addition to recognize the experience of all of our teachers, it's a tradition in Milwaukee to recognize teachers who have been working in Jewish education for 18 to 36 years. So, we have them here. Okay, so our first award winner is Laura Vexler, which I understood couldn't make it today. Okay. Our second award goes to Stephanie Bronner. Get a gift down here and then stand it. After you get an award, you're going to get your gift down here and then stand in front of the podium for a picture. Debbie Intravaya, high award winner. Thank you. And Susie and I have been teaching together for a very long time. We've taught all of each other's children. And I couldn't stand to walk away from her when I left MJDS, so I convinced her to come over to MJDS. So I'm very happy to give the double high award to Susie Rosengarten.
On behalf of your Sinai family, we are so happy and proud of the award that you're receiving today.
Your students here and your friends and your family are so very proud of you. Thank you for contributing to our community and the beautiful lessons you teach every week.
Mazel tov, we love you.
Sherry, Mazel tov on the Lifetime Impact Award. In Pirkei Avot it says, find yourself a teacher, acquire for yourself a friend. So many of us have been blessed because you are both. Anyone who has had the pleasure of having you as a teacher has quickly realized that you are a teacher who teaches from the heart. Toda Rabbah, Kol HaKavod. Love you.
Mom, you've been such an inspiration to many people over the years with your passion for teaching and your commitment to the Jewish community. You have made such a mark on so many lives throughout your life, and I'm so grateful to have not only have had you as a mother, but also as a mentor. The work you've done will inspire so many future generations.
Congratulations on this award. So well deserved. You are a quintessential teacher and a jewel in the crown of the Milwaukee Jewish community. Thank you, dear teacher, for all that you've brought to our community. Mazel tov.
Congratulations on this wonderful achievement. Makes me think about 15 years ago or so when I approached you about teaching Bible class and you said, get 3 people together and I'll teach one. I miss you and love you and congratulations.
It feels just right that you should be honored by Milwaukee's Jewish educational community because over many years you have been and remain Milwaukee's treasured teacher of Jewish studies. For your graciousness, for your wisdom, for your openness, for your joy, for your fierce commitment to all things good and just, and for your friendship. Mazal tov to you, and may you go Michael El Chayil.
Congratulations, Dr. Blumberg, on winning this award. I've had many Jewish educators, and you're one of my favorite, and I enjoy learning with you. Congratulations.
Mazel tov, Sherry. This is such a well-deserved honor. I'm so lucky to be able to call you my friend. Thank you for everything you've done for our Jewish community.
Our sages tell us in Pirkei Avot, "Aseh lecha rav," make of yourself a teacher. How they continue, "Knei lecha chaver," by gaining for yourself a friend. And then they conclude, "Havei dan et kol adam lekaf zechut," judge everything in the pan in the scale of justice. For me, for all of us, Sherry, you are our teacher. And surely for all of us, you become our friend. You treat each of us favorably, with kindness and with joy, with passion and yet humility, with such a deep commitment to Jewish life, along with such delight in working with our entire community, that you go from strength to strength.
Sherry, while recently cleaning my classroom, I found a photograph of you leading the teachers at Shalom in early morning study, and it brought back so many great memories of how you masterfully lead us, teach us, guide us to understand Jewish texts better. Thank you so much for a career built on making teaching Jewish values, beliefs, text, and more meaningful for us and for our students.
Sherry Blumberg, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge of the Torah and Judaism with people of all ages all around Milwaukee area. Thank you for your Devar Torahs and your women's Torah study groups that you have at several different congregations around the city. You're a blessing to us all.
Sherry, Mazal Tov on this much-deserved honor. You are indeed a most wonderful and esteemed educator. Thank you so much for all that you do for your students, teachers, for our community, and to uplift the profession of educators for all of us.
Mazel tov on affecting eternity. The expression is, a teacher affects eternity. They never know when their teachings begin and end. You have been there. You have been that ripple-causing effect of a person forever, for so many years, for so many people you've impacted on. Thank you. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you for all you do, and thank you for all you will continue to do.
Hi, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Congratulations, Sherry, on your award. You are definitely a teacher's teacher.
Mazel tov, Sherry, on your award. It couldn't have been given to a better person. It was an absolute pleasure and joy working with you for the time that I got to.
Hi, Sherry. It's Ron Wolfson here. I've always looked up to you. I've always thought, now here is someone who's a great tribute to our field. So mazel tov on all the accolades and enjoy this wonderful honor.
Hi Sherry, it's Stacy Rigler on behalf of the Association of Reformed Jewish Educators and all those formerly calling us NATE. We want to wish you a mazel tov on this very special moment. Your impact on the field is long lasting, and we are so happy for you to reach this milestone honor.
The Coalition for Jewish Learning Lifetime Impact Award is given to someone who has dedicated his or her life to improving Jewish education. People receiving this award have contributed to Jewish education through many decades of diligent and meaningful work. 6 times before, the Coalition for Jewish Learning has recognized a member of the Milwaukee Jewish community with a Lifetime Impact Award. Previous winners of the Lifetime Impact Award are Dr. Doris Schneidman, Dr. Stephen Baruch, Rabbi Nachman Levine. We also remember winners Jerry Benjamin, Elaine Sanderson, and Eve Joan Zucker. May their memories always be for a blessing. Sherry Blumberg has taught in many synagogues and other institutions throughout Milwaukee. We are so fortunate to have her as part of our community. We would now like to invite Nadine Siegman, a great Jewish educator herself, to have the honor of introducing Sherry Blumberg. I'll pick it up.
I'm honored to have been asked to introduce Sherry Blumberg for this year's recipient of the Lifetime Impact Award. I can't think of a more worthy recipient. Sherry has done so much in our community, but I'm only going to mention a small number of her accomplishments. She received her second master's degree in Jewish education from Hebrew Union College in 1976 and her PhD from the same college in 1991. She began her professional Jewish life as an assistant principal in California and worked in various educational settings until 1985, when she became an associate professor at Hebrew Union College, where one of her former students described her as a rabbi's teacher. High praise indeed. Milwaukee was lucky enough to snag her when she was hired as a religious director at Congregation Shalom, where she worked for 5 years, and then moved on to work at other congregations in this community. She subsequently, excuse me for a moment, she continues to teach adult education classes at Sebent, Sinai, and Emmanuel. These classes are so popular that there's basically a waiting list to get into one of them. Sherry has authored many articles and publications. And chapters and books, and is a co-author of Teaching Jewish Theology, Spirituality, and God. She participates in many professional organizations and has presented at many forums. Some of the awards she has received are the Mordechai Soloff Award for Excellence in Jewish Education in 1974, and the Ray Hirsch Award for Excellence in Jewish Education in 1976, both from Hebrew Union College. She also received the Harvey Goldstein Award for contributions to Jewish education from the Western Association of Temple Educators, years 1974 and 1975. I can attest that Sherry is a creative, talented, and innovative teacher. As a religious school director, her school-wide special projects centering around the holidays and special topics were amazing. Her teacher in-service trainings were engaging, and as a mentor, she brought out the best in every one of us teachers. I personally feel that I really benefit from her ideas. Is it any wonder that I followed her from congregation to congregation after she left Shalom, even going to Am Echad in Illinois to be able to teach under her? On a personal note, I consider myself blessed to have Sherry as a friend. She treats everyone as if they are the most important person she knows. She is generous of spirit, caring, supportive, and unflinching in her generosity. I think Rabbi Alters summed her up best. Ray Sherry, smart and wise, kind and bold, grounded and innovative, playful and workmanlike, reverent and irreverent, joining and independent. Sherry's got it all. Thank you, Sherry, for all you have done to the community in Milwaukee and all you have helped us and how you've helped us to grow. Thank you.
While Sherry is making her way up here, I'm going to take a moment and eat crow. There are a lot of details that go into an event like this, and I really messed up on the script. Eve Joan, we are so blessed and happy that you are with us here today, and I'm sorry that we did that. I really apologize. And I'm happy to also stand up here while Sherry comes up and say how happy I am to have her with us today for this honor.
I had a dream. I had a dream that the religious education I got could have been the best in the world if my teachers knew more Judaism and more about teaching. But my rabbi was fabulous, and so was the cantor. And from them to the teachers that then I worked with and the principals, I stood on the shoulders of thousands. My dream was that we would teach about God. At that time, people in the Reform movement said, And I had to write 3 proposals for my doctorate about teaching about God and religious experience. But I had a partner. And that partner said, that's a good dream, go for it. And he, of all people, deserves to be here today. But my joke is that God needed another tenor in his choir for that High Holy Days. So instead of singing with Rabbi Adams, he got to sing with the angels. One of the things that was most special was that David came across country and became a lawyer in any place where I wanted to be. So when you choose your partner, ask him if he'll move with you. Coming to Milwaukee was a blessing. I was teased by someone, so you didn't want to make it in New York, you had to come to a Midwest. And I have to tell you that I and David, we had to look at the map before we went. So I loved California. I loved Arizona, where I grew up. I loved the advantages of New York. But most all, I love this community. I was so amazed that Orthodox rabbis would actually call a Reform rabbi, rabbi. And if that doesn't tell you something about what we need to do and work on, it should. Because all Jews, when they're caring, thoughtful people, just like all Catholics. By the way, one of the things that you didn't get much information about is that I've spent most of my years here also teaching at Catholic seminaries. So teaching young priests has been just wonderful and fabulous. And I have found that they too struggle with some of the things that we struggle with. And they have tried honestly to make us partners with them. So, what can I say? My favorite Pirkei Avot statement, which I'll do only in English, is much I have learned from my teachers, more from my students. I thank every one of you in this community for being a teacher, someone who cares, and even if you think that it doesn't matter, I'm here to tell you it does. When I see the faces of people that I have had the privilege of teaching and learning from, then I know that I will keep on going until they put me in the ground. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Is it on? Sherry, thank you so much for those beautiful and thoughtful words. The Teacher Impact Awards are given to recognize teachers who are great at a particular educational skill, such as mentoring, innovating, helping others, or some other distinctive contributions. And the School Support Awards are given to non-teachers, administrators, lay leaders, volunteers, or aides who have provided something valuable to their school. We'll now recognize these people in 3 groups. First, the supplementary schools, then the preschools, and finally the day schools. And I think as they walk up here, you'll notice how diverse a group, particularly of the School Support Award winners, how diverse a group we're recognizing, especially their differences in ages, and perhaps they would tell you their differences in educational background when it comes to Judaism. But we hope that their diversity will inspire many of you to think about how you can contribute to your school, and perhaps you will become a school supporter in some notable way. We would like to ask all the supplementary school teachers who are getting an award today to please join me on the stage, and when I call your name, to accept your award. Chabad Hebrew School. Oh, they're coming up. Oh, yes. Please join me.
The School Support Awards, too.
Yes, and the School Support Award winners, too. So, you go. Yes, let's crowd up here, please. Good, Justin. Good. Wow.
Supplementary school.
No. Great.
Okay, left crowd.
Wow, what a great looking group. Exciting. Chabad Hebrew School of Glendale and River Hills, the Teacher Impact Award, Leah Barrett. Congregation Bethel of Sheboygan, the School Support Award, Craig Beekle. Congregation Beth Israel Ner Tamid, Teacher Impact Award, Jacob Rosenberg. School Support Award, Terry Gingold. Congregation Emmanuel B'nai Yeshurun, the Teacher Impact Award, Beth Clement, and the School Support Award, Michael Saldana. Congregation Emmanuel of Waukesha, the Teacher Impact Award, Cantor Martin Levson, and the School Support Award, Elizabeth Hamlin. Congregation Shalom, the Teacher Impact Award, Erica Fishback. And the School Support Award, Justin Altman. Congregation Sinai, the Teacher Impact Award, Cindy Cooper. School Support Award, Jerry Dans. Milwaukee Community Hebrew School, Teacher Impact Award, Sarah Miriam Fuchs. School Support Award, Shoshana Levy. Peltz Hebrew School Teacher Impact Award, Chana Feller. And School Support Award, Chaya Goldstein. Okay. While they take their picture, let's have a nice round of applause for all of these important people. And you're on.
Could the Teacher and School Support Award winners from our preschools please come up and join us? If you're getting an award for one of our 3 Jewish preschools, come on up. While they're making their way up here, I just got to encourage you all to take a look around you, because it is amazing to see so many people in the community come together and being able to celebrate this way. I don't know if she's here. All right, so for our preschools, for Gan Ami Early Childhood Center, the Teacher Impact Award goes to Rachel Whitliff. The School Support Award goes to Cindy Gorham. For Jewish Beginnings Lubavitch Preschool, our Teacher Impact Award winner, Pam Goldner, can't be here today. Unfortunately, she's sitting Shiva, but our thoughts are with her and her family. And the School Support Award goes to Janine Bridgeford. For Mequon Jewish Preschool, the Teacher Impact Award goes to Courtney Dandy. And we have 2 very special winners of the School Support Award, Janet Levy and Queenie Wiesen. While we're getting a picture of them, our day school teachers and School Support Awards could start making their way forward. All right, so we have our last set is for our day school winners. You're getting an award from one of the day schools. Please come on up. All right. For Bader Hillel Academy, we're happy to give the Teacher Impact Award to Judy Pearson. And the School Support Award to Leslie Boaz Sharon. For Bader Hillel High, we are giving the Teacher Impact Award to Rabbi David Rechavel. And the School Support Award to Mitchell Lecter.
Thank you, Siobhan.
You're welcome. For Milwaukee Jewish Day School, we give the Teacher Impact Award to Karen D'Amico. And the School Support Award to Doug Hanning. Torah Academy of Milwaukee, the Teacher Impact Award goes to Shalamis Halpern. And the School Support Award to Beth Meister. Stay here for a minute. Beth is also helping us out. WITS, Wisconsin Institute for Torah Study, with great deal of heart, give their School Support Award in memory of Amelia Schmidt, Zichrona Livracha, and Beth Meister will take her award. And Yeshiva Elementary School has 2 Teacher Impact Awards for Emily Lohr and for Gila Saltzman. And School Support Award for Esther Bulgratz. Let's hear it for all of them. So now we're getting this last picture. We are going to welcome, we heard earlier from a band in All Hope, the Congregation Emmanuel Waukesha Klezmer Band, who will share some music with us.
Bocher ohne Tracht, Tracht und Tracht, die ganze Nacht. Wemmen zu nehmen und nicht verstemmen, wemmen zu nehmen und nicht verschämen. Tumbala, 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 laika. Tumbala, 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 laika. Tumbala, laika. Spiel balalaika. Tumbala, laika. Freilich soll sein. Mädel, Mädel, will weder fragen. Was kann wachsen, wachsen und regen. Was kann brennen und nicht aufhören, was kann denken, weinen und tränen. Tumbala, 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 laika. Tumbala, 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 laika. Tumbala, laika. Spiel balalaika. Tumbala, laika. Freilich soll sein. Narischer Bocher, was darfst du fragen? Stehen kann wachsen, wachsen und regen. Liebe kann brennen und nicht aufhören. A Herz kann bringen, weinen und tränen. Sing with me. Tumbala, 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 laika. Tumbala, 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 laika. Tumbala, laika. Spiel balalaika. Tumbala, laika. Freilich soll sein.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. The Gift Award, the letters stand for Gill Incentive for Teachers, is designed to honor teachers who are willing to share their unique and creative educational ideas. I want to give special thanks to the family of Norman and Ethel Gill, who continue to sponsor this award in their memory, and for the role they play in recognizing exemplary Jewish teaching. We truly miss Norman and Ethel, who were both members of our board for many years and contributed so much to Jewish life in Milwaukee. Their daughters, Eileen Dubner, Rosalind Gill Weiner, and Barbara Wynn, and the rest of the family carry on their mission. Right now, would previous winners of the Gill Incentive for Teachers Award please stand? Thank you so much. This year, the Gift Award is being given to 3 teachers for 2 different projects. The first Gift Award goes to Moria Lehman of the Milwaukee Jewish Day School for her elective class on Israel's Declaration of Independence. Moria, please join me up here. Let me tell you that this project was an elective Jewish studies class for 5th, 6th, and 7th graders. Through in-depth reading of Israel's Declaration of Independence, accompanied by many other supporting texts, students learned the history of the Jewish connection to Israel. Then they learned the second part of the Declaration, which includes the values upon which the state of Israel is built. They explored the values and researched modern conflicts around those values in the state of Israel today. The entire curriculum was created by the teacher. Moria felt there was a need for a new approach for Israel education in the upper school classes. So she created a whole new curriculum that used one text as the basis for both historical learning and student-led research. Aaron Lippman, the head of school at Milwaukee Jewish Day School, shared with the selection committee that Moria's Jewish Studies elective class was innovative in the way it approached Israel education. It was very open to students' voices and choices, which reflects our pedagogical beliefs about student-owned learning. He was able to see the students' presentations and the range of topics that showed the students' authentic curiosity about Israel. The goal is to develop independent and critical thinkers at MJDS, and Moria's project did exactly that. This award includes a $250 prize. Mazal Tov, Moria. Thank you. The second gift award goes to Stephanie Bronner of Beitar Hillel Academy and Leah Stein of Friendship Circle. So please join me. Together, these great teachers developed a project based upon Jewish Disability Awareness Month. Through this innovative project, students learned about Jewish Disability Awareness Month and different types of disabilities. Each class learned about person-first language, truths and myths about disabilities, and different types of disabilities. Then middle school students met with Leah Stein, the co-director of Friendship Circle, via Zoom. We also shared a pre-recorded video of employees with disabilities who in order to help build students' empathy and inclusion skills. After the lesson and presentation, the staff observed students showing more kindness, more empathy, and greater inclusion toward peers and staff at Friendship Circle. Rabbi Sholem Ber Munitz, the principal at Beitar Hillel Academy, shared with the selection committee thoughts that Mrs. Bronner and Mrs. Stein worked collaboratively to teach our middle school students about Jewish Disability Awareness Month. Mrs. Bronner taught students in-person lessons, including helping students distinguish between myths and facts about disabilities, about different types of disabilities, and even had students complete a survey of how accessible our school campus is. Then Mrs. Stein led an interactive presentation to our students using Zoom to give them opportunities to experience empathy and understand the perspective of children and adults with disabilities. It was anchored in Jewish values of compassion, empathy, and inclusion. This creative project was also developed during COVID restrictions, yet was still able to provide students with hands-on and tangible experience in the classroom and through Zoom that will benefit them and enlighten them really for the rest of their lives. This award also includes a $250 prize for the two of you to split. Mazal Tov, Stephanie and Leah. Fantastic. Really, really great.
Each year at the Salute for Jewish Educators, CJL honors educators from local schools. CJ also recognizes that important Jewish education also happens in informal settings. Informal education includes camps, youth groups, art programs, environmental education, Jewish travel programs, and all other types of Jewish education happening outside the classroom. I want to give a special thanks to the family of Jerry Benjamin. May his memory be for a blessing. He was a CJL Lifetime Impact Award winner, past president of the Milwaukee Jewish Federation, and the co-founder of CAGE, the Coalition for the Advancement of Jewish Education. CAGE, now New CAGE, is a national grassroots organization that presents an annual conference for teachers from across North America. This award is a tribute to his passion about Jewish education. The Inspiration Award was new in 2016. It enables our community to recognize excellence and innovation in informal education. Would the previous winners of the Inspiration Award for Informal Jewish Education please stand? This year, the Jerry Benjamin Award for Informal Jewish Education goes to Tony Davison Levenberg. She is the executive director of the Stephen Sherry Sadek Family Camp Interlochen JCC. As you see, Tony is joining us via Zoom from Israel. And we've got her up on the screen. Molly Beth Kranitz is going to help us out by coming and accepting the award in her honor. So Molly Beth, if you'll please come up. So Tony has been a part of and then director of Camp Interlaken for 17 years. Because of Tony's efforts, Jewish values are woven into everything at camp. Tony believes that Jewish values, practices, and beliefs are present in every hour of every day at camp. It is lived through even the most simple activities like prayers before bed, swimming in the lake, playing sports, or singing happy birthday in Hebrew while celebrating birthdays together. One of Tony's campers, Madeline, shared that Tony always keeps Camp Interlaken full of Jewish education. She helped me become a leader by teaching and living Jewish values at camp and in everyday life. Even during the pandemic, Tony pursued camp to its fullest, offering online activities, Shabbat sing-alongs, Havdalah services, and other community-building activities. Having online activities not only brought our camp community together and involved our families, but it also showed that Camp Interlaken promotes Jewish education all year round. This award includes a $200 check. Mazal Tov, Tony.
Thank you, Sippy. Hi, everybody. Hope you can hear me. Thank you so much for awarding and recognizing me with this honor. When I started my career in Jewish camping, I did not see myself as a Jewish educator. I was simply a convener. Little did I know how much I truly believed in the Jewish part of the Jewish camp experience, how capable I was to inspire, and how passionately I felt about the continuity of the Jewish people. Because of fellowships that I've had the privilege of attending, trainings, a master's degree through Spertus, and my own continuing Jewish education, I've had the opportunity each and every day to impart that onto my camp community, my campers and staff, through Sichot, stories, Hebrew language, Jewish values, songs, and best of all, Ruach. Today, as I'm getting ready to walk into my high summer, my 18th summer at Camp Interlaken, I'm more committed than ever to enhance the Jewish education, connection, and pride that each person feels when they not only come through our gates, but more importantly, when they leave our gates to go out into the world. I'm honored to be the director of Camp Interlaken, and I'm honored and grateful to accept this award. Thank you so much.
Our favorite mitzvah is helping our friends.
My favorite mitzvah is resting on Shabbat.
My favorite mitzvah is giving tzedakah.
I would say my favorite mitzvah is when I went to a BYO International Convention, and for Weeds Day, we got to hang out with puppies.
My favorite mitzvah is to visit my grandparents and bring them dinner.
My favorite mitzvah is to help people when they're sick. Torah, to do tzedakah.
My favorite mitzvah is helping like a homeless person or like giving stuff to the homeless shelter.
Something I'll remember this year is Shabbaton.
Something I'll remember from this year is how fun it was learning with my teacher.
Something I enjoyed this year about my teachers when he played games with us during Haftarah.
The best part of the year is when we completed the parasha and then we had a party.
It's so much fun learning together with my friends.
To play with my friends. Something I remember is reading stories with my teacher.
I'm immense when I help kids with their schoolwork.
I'm immense when I share my supplies. When I'm immense, I'm kind to people.
Something new I learned this year is Hebrew.
Something new I learned this year was the Hebrew alphabet.
My favorite thing I learned this year was big questions and philosophy.
I really enjoyed learning the holidays in Hebrew school. I learned the 10 Commandments this year. I like Hebrew school because I like to read in Hebrew.
Something I learned this year is a new holiday called Tu B'Shvat, and it's the birthday of the trees.
I learned how to do blessings before you eat this year.
Something that I learned this year is I get to do a bat mitzvah when I'm 13.
I like doing calendar with more Katie. I like reading Parsha. I love it when my teacher gives us fun projects to do.
I love it when my teacher explains things to me. I love it when my teacher does fun stuff with us.
I love it when my learning guide teaches us Hebrew. My favorite thing when my teacher does is when she assigns work.
I love it when my teacher helps me when I don't know a word in Hebrew and supports me when I get stuck.
And my teachers that I love them to play. I like it when my teachers take care of me. I like when my teachers play games. They're awesome. I love my teachers cuddling with me. I love when my teachers turn my classroom into a spaceship. I love it when my teacher gives us fun stickers. And guess what they say? Behind this sticker is an awesome you.
I like a lot of my teacher because when I just came to MJDS, she was all the time asking me if I needed help and all the time helping me.
I love school because my teachers make learning so much fun. I love it when my teacher reads books to us. I love it when my teacher lets us play games.
I love the teachers at MJDS because if you need help, you can ask them and they'll give you the answer. And they teach you almost everything you could learn.
Ooh, I love it when my teacher makes arts and crafts. I love my teacher when she gives us projects to do at home and when we do projects all the time, and it's really fun.
In January 2019, Coalition for Jewish Learning launched a new program called BINA, Building Inquiry-Based Network Through Hevruta. But the truth is, it wasn't CJL that launched it. It was Tzipora Altman Schaefer, who is the brilliant, thoughtful, creative, and innovative leader. So I think this would be time to applaud Tzipi. BINA brought together 9 teachers from schools across the community, supplementary schools, day schools, and preschools, to form a year-long learning cohort. The group embarked on a journey of professional development that included Hevruta study, video investigation, curriculum study, compassionate communication, and more. Will past members of different BINA cohorts please stand? Thank you. And I must say, as a member of the first cohort, I can attest to its value in enhancing my own teaching and advancing my Jewish learning. So I encourage teachers here today to become a part of the next BINA cohort. And you can easily reach out to Tzipi or Nicole later today to do that. In 2022, we inaugurated the 4th cohort of BINA. And while the members will not complete the program until August, we want to recognize them today. In August, when these educators graduate from the BINA program, they will earn a certificate of graduation and a $500 stipend. Will the current BINA cohort please stand and let us recognize you? Okay. And these fine educators are Carrie Barbakoff from Congregation Emmanuel of Waukesha, Dina Krinsky of Yeshiva Elementary School, Michelle Petrova from Milwaukee Jewish Day School, Heather Spencer of Ghanami, and Jennifer Walker of Ghanami.
Thank you, Roger. That was not in the script, by the way. Okay. Our community is blessed with superb Jewish educators, and CJL wishes to highlight their contributions and therefore elevate the status of Jewish education in Milwaukee. This annual award enables our community to show gratitude for all the time, effort, and care our best educators give their students. This award recognizes nominees who have been engaged in Jewish education for a minimum of 5 years in Milwaukee, demonstrate leadership within the field of Jewish education, inspire students with a love of Jewish learning, personify the Jewish ideals of love of learning and search for knowledge, have contributed to the elevation of the status of Jewish educators within the community, and engage in the delivery of Jewish content on an ongoing basis. We would like to now recognize all the previous winners of the Levy Family CJL Jewish Educator of the Year Award. Will you please stand? There's a lot of you. Thank you. And if you look in your tribute book, it's a long list. It's amazing, the people who have won this award. This award is sponsored by Mark and Cindy Levy, who have been dedicated to Jewish education for many years. Cindy was a longtime member of the CJL Advisory Board. Mark and Cindy are very involved at their synagogue, Congregational Emmanuel of Waukesha. They made the commitment to drive their daughter Sharon to Milwaukee every day so that she could attend the Milwaukee Jewish Day School for 10 years. As supporters of Jewish education in Milwaukee, they wanted to elevate the status of our high-quality educators in Milwaukee by funding this Jewish Educator of the Year Award. We are honored to present the Levy Family CJL Jewish Educator of the Year Award. This award comes with a $1,000 gift. This year's winner is Marilyn Franklin. Marilyn has been teaching Sunday school for 50 years. She was actually my second grade teacher just a few years ago. I am continually impressed by Marilyn's participation in professional development. She is a regular at our Lamed classes, often following up to think about how she can bring new approaches to her classroom. Marilyn is the epitome of a lifelong learner. Introducing today, Marilyn today was supposed to be Mandy Winke, but she is unfortunately not feeling well today, and so we would like to invite Brian Avner, the Director of Congregational Learning at Congregational Shalom, to introduce Marilyn.
In Proverbs, we learn to teach a child according to their way, and as they grow older, they will not depart from it. In other words, we need to teach each child the way that they learn best, and they will take those lessons with them for the rest of their lives. Marilyn is a teacher that strives to do that, strives to teach every child according to their way. And even after 50 years of teaching, as Sippy said, Marilyn is working each week to update her teaching and make sure that she's incorporating her students' lives into the way that she teaches. Although I've only had the pleasure of working with Marilyn for the last 2 years, it was clear from the first day I met her how much she cares about her students and wants them to have the best possible experience in their classroom week after week. She makes sure that she can teach each child according to their way, even though their way has changed so many times in the years that Marilyn's been teaching. There are hundreds of students who are blessed to have Marilyn as her teacher, and I am blessed to be able to work with and learn from Marilyn each and every day. So I'm honored to invite up our second grade teacher at Congregation Shalom and our Teacher of the Year, Marilyn Franklin.
Brian, thank you very much for your lovely words. I'd like to express a sincere thank you to the Milwaukee Jewish Federation and the CJL Coalition for Jewish Learning for annually supporting the Salute to Jewish Educators event. Sibby Altman-Schaefer and Nicole Boyko have done an outstanding job in making this afternoon possible. Also, my congratulations to all the Jewish educators being honored here today as well. A very special thank you goes to Mark and Cindy Levy. The establishment of the Levy CJL Jewish Educator of the Year Award attests to their support of Jewish education in Milwaukee. I am humbled to have been chosen as the 2023 recipient of this award, and to be recognized for doing what I've always found to be fulfilling and rewarding. I am in awe of the accomplishments of all those who have gone before me. They were outstanding teachers, most of whom I personally know and from whom I learned. At this time, I would also like to thank my family and friends for being here this afternoon. I especially would like to thank my husband, David, who puts up with every Sunday morning schlepping me to Sunday school. My sons, Scott and Andy, their wives, Alla and Amber, and my grandchildren, Melody and Lacey, Alex and Juliana. Thank you all for being here. They're sitting there at the table. In my biographical sketch, I wrote that I grew up in Milwaukee on the West Side. It was a Jewish community filled with many kosher butcher shops, bakeries, delis, and synagogues. Living there, I felt a comfortable sense of belonging and a confidence in being Jewish. My grandparents, my parents, and my local Hebrew school, Garfinkel's New Method Hebrew School, also positively influenced my Judaism. It was at that time, too, that I set my career goal on becoming a teacher. Well, fast forward 50 years. I recently had a conversation with one of my granddaughters, as good a conversation as you could possibly have with a teenager. I asked her, "What do you hope to do in the future?" Her response to my question was a question of her own. "Grandma, what have you done?" Well, of course, I realized that she was far too young to know that my days as a public school teacher had ended many years ago, when at that time women teachers were required to quit if pregnant. Though I enjoyed being an at-home wife and mother at that time of my life, the desire to teach eventually returned. I wanted to again be in the classroom, but in a religious school setting. I wanted to work with young children to nurture their Jewish identity. Judaism places a high value on the importance of teaching and learning. It is an awesome responsibility. In the Talmud, it is said that the true guardians of a community are the teachers. Jewish education is essential to carry on Jewish tradition and values. It influences Jewish identity, engagement, and continuity. Educators are empowered to make the future a reality and can affect the strength of the outcome. Rabbi Abraham Jonathan Heschel, knowing how important it was for a new generation to accept and retain the delivery of knowledge, wrote the following: "What we need more than anything else isn't textbooks, but rather text people. It is the personality of the teacher, which is the text that students read, the text that they'll never forget." So, granddaughter, you asked, what did I do? Well, though I did not write volumes of scholarly books or deliver an exhaustive number of research papers on Jewish education, over the past 50 years, while teaching the meaning of Lador Vador to young children, I did try to be the positive text to which Heschel referred. I understood that it was not enough to just teach holidays, tradition, and symbols. Rather, as Maimonides wrote, teachers must also show love, attention, and acceptance for all their students. The teacher-student relationship is reciprocal and must exist if teachers wish to have a positive influence on children who are beginning their Jewish journey. I also made sure to take advantage of the outstanding professional opportunities provided by CJL Lomed, the resources previously offered by MAGE, and the unique materials found at the former Creativity Center, a true candy store for creative minds. Countless ideas and learning tools were always available for me to bring back to the classroom. But most importantly, I've taught second grade at Congregation Shalom alongside dedicated clergy, supportive religious school administrators, and outstanding teachers, everyone working together to create a meaningful educational experience for students. It has been written that just as in every seed, there is the promise of a new and vital plant, so it is with every child. Each young life holds the promise of a new generation. Therein lies the mission of teaching. Simply put, teachers aspire to build bridges to an unknown future by leaving their fingerprints on the lives that they now touch. Thank you so much for this honor, and thank you for being here this afternoon.
We have this plaque for Marilyn that says, Levy Family CJL Jewish Educator of the Year, Marilyn Franklin. You inspire children, families, and teachers every day. Mazel tov for 50 years of teaching. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much.
What a joy and an honor to be a member of the faculty with Marilyn. She's been a wonderful teacher for me as well. We'd like to conclude this afternoon with some thanks. First of all, thanks to all of you for joining us. We thank the Milwaukee Jewish Federation for its support of this wonderful annual event. The Coalition for Jewish Learning is the education department of your federation. Without their support, none of our work would be possible. We'd also like to thank Harry and Rose Sampson Family JCC for this lovely space, Hannah's Kitchen for the wonderful, delicious food, and Friendship Circle for the amazing desserts. And as far as the desserts go, we expect there to be none when you file out of here, so enjoy. A special thank you to Abe Abligan, Nicole Boykman, Amy Butterfield, Jeff Jones, Corey Sampson, Kate Schmidt, Pamela Westfall, and other Milwaukee Jewish Federation staff who helped plan today's event. Special thanks go to the hardworking and dedicated members of the Synagogue Educators Council, Brian Avner, Carrie Barbakoff, Allie Berry, Natalie Black, Susan Cosden, Mussie Darren, Chava Edelman, Debbie Intravaya, and Deanie Rappaport. Please stand so that we can recognize you. Thank you. And thanks also to the members of the Advisory Board of the Coalition for Jewish Learning for their participation and support of this event, particularly those members who served on the Salute to Jewish Educators Committee who organized this event. So would all members of the board who are here please stand so we can recognize you. And now once more, Tzipi, who will introduce our speaker of our closing prayer.
Rabbi Jessica Boralski is the incoming rabbi at Congregation Emmanuel B'nai Yeshurun. She has been a member of the Synagogue Educators Council and the CJL Advisory Board. She is a current chair of the Jewish Community Relations Council, a program of Milwaukee Jewish Federation, and we invite her to lead us in a closing prayer.
In Pirkei Avot, Rabbi Elazar ben Shemua teaches, "Let the honor of your student be as dear to you as your own, and the honor of your colleague as the reverence for your teacher, and the reverence for your teacher as the reverence for heaven." May the one who blessed our sages and our teachers in every generation bless and guide the teachers, educators, and all those involved in our schools throughout this community. Sustain them in their dedication and diligence. May they continue to be curious, inspired to learn and to teach, and may they continue to inspire their students with the love of Jewish learning throughout their lives. May this community continue to support our teachers so that they can continue to be a light to us all and messengers of your Torah. Grant them openness of heart for each and every student who comes their way. Guide us all in sharing with them our appreciation for all they do, for they are holy vessels in your service, guardians of our future, and as Natalie taught us earlier, carrying out their holy korbanot as they draw near to you. Mazel tov to all of the award winners, and thank you to all of our teachers and school supporters. Baruch atah Adonai hamlamed Torah le'amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Eternal One, who teaches our people Israel in the ways of Torah.
Thank you so much again for attending. Enjoy the wonderful food and music from Abandon All Hope. Thank you.
Thank you.